Well, most especially for me, it was that game of Gukesh. He had the two bishops versus the two knights. The computer felt he had a +2 advantage. Then suddenly came b4 and he was worse. Knight c3 again, just throwing his opponents a little bit off.
He did this yesterday against Anish. So now this is Jabava London, right?
Right, transposing to a London.
Pretty tricky opening for the blitz.
Yeah, e6.
Yeah, I remember seeing a lot of c6 or a6 just to not allow this knight b5 move.
Right. But quickly, play castles, get your king out of dodge.
These players must have played each other so many times in blitz that you have to come up with some sidelines to surprise your opponent.
Exactly. Okay, knight d7, that's a little bit off the track. I was expecting a6 just to drive the knight back.
But maybe there's no rush to kick that knight off.
No, it's not doing anything in particular.
Because you're not sure if you're going to do it with c6 or a6. a6 definitely looks more likely the move to play. a4 included. But I don't know, you can play c6 and go bishop c7. That's an option if you want to trade a lot of minor pieces.
c6, I'd probably go after the two bishops, even though it's
a closed position. So.
Yeah, it's a closed position. a6. The reason why I might have played a6 a moment ago is it did give me the possibility of b5, bishop b7, and so forth.
Right, but now after knight a3, will you play c5 immediately? This is challenge the center.
I don't think I can get away with it, right? So we're like,
b4.
b4. Maybe Magnus was, pardon me, maybe Magnus was afraid of c5, so he wanted to include this move.
Do you take the knight or move the bishop?
I definitely want to take the knight. AB takes...
But you know what? On AB, I can take AB. I don't have to take your bishop right away. That's the trick. Because you're pinned.
Is it? Okay. So, sorry
Let's
for
show
some
it.
arrow. AB, AB. I understand the pin, but I just wanted to ask a question. Takes...
Here I might take the bishop.
I don't think that was the intention when you played AB, because this exchange sacrifice in blitz, where I'm playing knight d6 and knight e4.
No, I would take the bishop.
Okay, let's see. An intriguing moment.
You're just taking a long think.
And there's also another move here. Bishop takes b4. It's a little weird. Bishop takes b4 was another possibility.
Right, because I do have bishop c7 in between move, but you have a
bishop
check.
c3 check.
Very interesting.
That could have been a very fun position for blitz.
So Magnus took
Here we go.
We might see this line, bishop b4, and definitely pawn takes back.
Exactly. The other possibility for black here is c5.
Wow. I have 3 pawns against c5, and you're still managing to play it.
I'm very insistent.
Nothing can stop you.
Mira, this has been a very unusual, let's say, London. Happened early, and the players are burning clock. By the way, after bishop takes b4, Magnus said, "You're not having any fun. I am going to shut down. I am not going to allow that exchange sacrifice."
I don't like White's pawn structure now, right? Yes, we have open c file that we can target c7 pawn, but...
The knight could go back to e8,
d6,
and then to d6. That, in a certain way, protects the c7 pawn.
And attacks our b5 pawn.
Exactly. Knight e5. Okay, knight e4 is another way of making a beeline to the d6 square.
Do you think White has chance to do something on the king side eventually after we castle, maybe f3, and we have a white squared bishop that could be useful on the king side?
Well, I think that's where the chances lie, because it's not queen side, right? You're not...
Well, there's some options. I want to play queen a7, but after you go knight d6, I feel like, what is White doing there?
Yeah. Well, here we see it right away. Knight to d6, and Alireza is saying, gift me your pawn.
So do we defend it with queen a5? It's such an
awkward looking move, right?
Yeah.
So queen a5, I think I want to play bishop e8, queen b1.
He's going for the king side. Provoking either h6 or g6 or f5.
I definitely don't like f5 because I wanted to keep that in reserve, that
play
move
g6.
f6.
Oh, he went h6.
I don't want to play g6 when I don't have the dark square bishop.
Right.
So h6 was pretty much...
Best choice, yes.
Yeah, the best choice. Bishop takes b5 on the agenda. Are we playing knight takes d7?
I think if we want to not lose material, we have to take on d7 and then take on d6 as well.
Or you could take on d7 and include rook c1, because c7 is actually still hanging.
Yes, but then knight comes to c4.
I hear you. I didn't say chess was an easy
So
sport.
Magnus is hoping for queen g4 and creating some chances on the king side.
Is he bluffing?
He's definitely semi-bluffing.
I mean, you could play knight to c4 and say, how queen g4, then f5?
Or even king h8 should be fine.
Is he considering bishop takes h6 and queen h5?
But I can always play f5 and bring the queen over to defend the king.
I'll munch a few pawns, but yeah. I'm thinking knight on b6 to c4 in order... This knight might be needed on the king side, I'm not sure. But this knight on b6 has to play a role. And by the way, the queen also has to play a role.
It's too many options.
Rook a8. That was a surprise.
And f5. Now queen g6?
Queen g6, queen f7?
Right. Are we happy with the queen trade?
Is black? Yes. I think that I have a superior end game. I'm worried about the attack.
If you go immediately queen f7, I'll take and then take on d6 and mess up your pawns.
True.
Although I still have a worse bishop against the knight.
Exactly. Exactly. So I'm because of the threat of bishop h6, I'm expecting queen f7. Although I must say it's kind of an empty threat.
Yeah, you could play rook a3 right now.
Yeah, just as a tickle.
And what do I do, right? I don't have good squares for that bishop.
The more I look at it,
yeah, rook a3 looks very strong.
Rook a3 looks like the right move.
And he's done it.
Clock times, if you don't mind asking.
Magnus has 1 extra minute over Alireza, but they're still not in huge time trouble.
But those seconds go by so fast in blitz. Okay, I have got to play bishop e2. I don't see bishop b1 or bishop c2 as being helpful after queen f7.
We could include bishop d6, but is that really helpful?
Bishop d6 I want to recapture with the pawn. Bishop e2. Okay, now is it time for queen f7, king f8. King f8 is not ridiculous.
King f8, yeah. I'll probably play rook c1.
I mean, kind of.
Yeah.
You could try to worm in over on the king side, but no, I'm playing queen f7.
Alireza going down to 1 minute. And we're hearing that Prague won his game against Wesley. Wesley made some huge blunder.
Whoa. Okay, that was a big turnaround, especially when Wesley took down our tournament leader, Gukesh.
This is what we like about Blitz, that this 2,800 players just blunder so easily.
Reminds us that they are human beings.
They're still humans, yes.
Okay, rook a2. Now I'm inclined to continue with bishop h5.
Does that stop queen f7?
No, it doesn't.
Not really, right? Well, it does, because you take twice and then c7 hangs.
It does.
Yeah. So we have our answer.
Let's go.
Bishop h5.
Magnus is ready to... And by the way, the clock times, you told me Magnus had a minute extra, right?
He still does. Alireza's down to 40 seconds.
I'm not liking what I'm seeing here. The inclusion of rook a2 and knight c4. I feel it's mistimed.
I think maybe Alireza's risking too much now.
Well, he does have an idea of getting some counterplay against the f2 pawn.
I guess I play f3.
f3. Pause, pause, pause.
Where does the knight go? Do you go back to d2?
No,
You're heading back to f6.
Yeah.
But then bishop g...
I feel it's time I've got to eliminate some of those attackers.
Honestly, not easy to find moves here.
And the players have definitely slowed their tempo.
Yeah, they're both taking their time.
Big moments suddenly. I think it's F3 though.
I think we have to do F3. What else could
Bishop F4, Knight F2, or Rook F2?
What else
I could
Magnus be
reposition.
considering?
Bishop F4, Bishop E5, repositioning his bishop.
Maybe some in-between moves. Does B6 do anything?
Yes, B6 is another one of those little
He's playing.
flicks.
There you go. That's what he was thinking about.
Well, the idea is that pieces, knights love protection. Knights love to be protected.
Look at those knights on C4 and E4.
Exactly. But a moment ago, the pawn on C7 protected the knight on D6, which is why we saw that little flick. Now, the problem is this bishop is actually really...
It's not doing much.
At all.
I think we still have to play F3. Oh, it's gone Bishop G3.
There was something about F3. Just
he really didn't like it.
He didn't like it.
But notice how White's queen doesn't have many moves. It can't be trapped either, but also, if we're trying to attack, we need to use our queen, but we can't.
Somebody's...
3 seconds for Magnus.
Whoa, Magnus's clock
taking too
went down.
much time.
I thought it was Alireza who was behind on the clock.
This last couple of moves, Magnus took a lot of time to figure out how to defend F2.
By the way, I love that move H3. A kind of a... I
Nice
want to play
prophylaxis
G4. I want to get off the back rank mate.
We might see some perpetual now with Queen D8. But Alireza...
When was Magnus ever anxious to make a perpetual?
Do we still think he's better here?
No.
No, I mean, knight on C4 is very good.
The knight on C4. And you can always take on E5. And
Well, then, if I control this C file, I might have some attacking chances.
yes, that is a good point, of course.
Yeah, I think now they might repeat. Oh, no, Magnus is...
F2 is
Put in
hanging?
pressure.
F2 is hanging? What?
No,
What?
Queen H4. Queen H4, trap.
Thank you. That clears the cobwebs.
But unfortunately for Magnus, outside his queen, he doesn't have any attacking pieces.
Still F2
Ooh,
is
he
hanging,
wants
but
to
no.
play G4, maybe.
Ooh.
No, knight E3 is hanging. Oh, this was a terrible move. Now Magnus is completely winning. Rook
Knight
A8. That's it.
E3.
Rook A8, and there's going to be just
Oh,
picking up
Magnus is
everything.
picking up everything with a check.
Oh.
Oh.
Now even the rook endgame. E6 pawn. Just
E6.
unstoppable. And there's resignation.
Wow. Did he miss? Well, I think Alireza with knight E3 could have turned the tables. We are going to go to Google.